Hey guys, and welcome back. This is episode 12 of Coachohaple. This is my Thursday series where I take subscriber gameplay and analyze it to give you relevant tips and tricks. This week's episode and gameplay is coming from HelixCypher89. He's a member of my Ice Gaming clan, and I thought it'd be a good opportunity to highlight him. He is using the Remington on Hijacked. Also, if you guys would like to get in touch with the show or apply to be on next week's episode, just leave a comment in the description of this video with your gamertag. Sorry for the PlayStation guys. I'm setting up a way for you guys on PlayStation to get me gameplays right now, but that won't be ready for another week or two, so Xbox only for now. Anyways, he's using the Remington on Hijacked. This is a good gun, playing Team Deathmatch, especially a good gun for this map. Because it's a small map, it's fast-paced, it really does work to use a shotgun. You notice there he walked right into a trap. He heard that shock charge, ran up there anyways. It ended up that somebody was using a shock charge C4 combo, took him right out. Now the criticism, well, it's a criticism and a praise for him, is his rush route. You'll notice he's gone underneath at least twice now. That's a perfect starting route, especially if you're using a shotgun. You have the advantage in the lower part of the ship, and you can rush around, especially because he's using dead silence. They'll never hear him coming. He rushed underneath to go ahead and flank them in their spawn. You'll notice that through the whole gameplay, he doesn't check his corners and gets knifed. Through the whole gameplay, his team's spawning over here. He's aware of that, and he tries to continually go to the other side of the map and hold them down as they spawn. He stays inside the building at their spawn. That way he can get every engagement at about 10 to 15 feet and just destroy with the shotgun. Now the criticism comes in a little bit of his awareness, checking corners. As you see right there, he probably should have died there. The guy just had poor aim. But he's had a couple opportunities where he should have died, and knowing the limitations of the shotgun. Right there's a situation where he knows that they're going to be spawning over there. He shouldn't be rushing out into the open with that shotgun. The shotgun is only good, 20 feet out or whatever for a one-shot kill. And when you get in a multiple engagement with people that are at longer ranges like that, you're just not going to win. Another thing about the Remington, you'll notice that he is using the laser sight and he is hip firing. I don't think he's aimed down sights once. I used to run this setup a lot, and I was pretty successful with it, kind of like he is. But you'll notice if you go into a private match and take off laser sight and put it back on, you'll notice that the Hipfire Spread, which is actually the spread of the bullets on a shotgun, doesn't really tighten up that much. In fact, I find that I would rather have the bullets spread out further, because when I'm in a panic situation, I want that to have a wide cone. That way at close range, I have a higher chance of hitting them when I'm panicked. You come out around a corner and somebody's sitting there. And then I like to run quick draw handle instead, because that really tightens up the bullet spread and makes it more effective at that 20 to 30 foot range that hip firing is basically useless for. So I would recommend taking off the laser sight on the Remington, throwing on the quick draw handle, and then just be smart about when you aim down sights and when you're going to hip fire. Because through this whole game he hip fires, even some situations where he should have aimed down sights, he was worried about losing that extra quarter second it takes to ADS, and just pulls the trigger at hip fire, and it ends up giving him a hit marker. So keep that in mind when you're using this shotgun. I do like his pretty simple score streak layout. I'm not sure if he earns them all during this gameplay, but it is just a conservative loadout. It helps your team out. Not anything real special there. Again, here he is in their spawn, just hanging out in the building, waiting for them to spawn. I don't like how he keeps pushing out, though. You'll notice that, now he's pushing out of the building. He's pushing actually back into their spawn, where this guy can get on a head glitch behind one of those bars. And now he's in a long-range gunfight. He's having to get cover back here. But if he sees somebody coming up those stairs right when he pops his head up, that's a long-range gunfight, and he'll likely lose. He should stay in this building and on these side alleys where he is right now as much as possible when he's in the enemy spawn. I don't think Helix is running any equipment. I'll have to wait until he dies to check that out. But, you really don't need it with the Remington. When you're just playing it out in their spawn and you're using a shotgun, the only things you would maybe want to use would be EMP or trophy systems, just to help you keep that station locked down. You can EMP them, knock all of their radar off so that you can go through then and kill them without appearing on their radar, because they're EMP'd, so they have no radar. So definitely recommend EMPs or trophy systems for this kind of strategy. It turns out that trophy system wouldn't have helped him much because these guys are not using grenades very effectively. But that's kind of how I would have changed that. The main takeaway and tip from this is I like the class he's using mostly, but I recommend using quick draw on the Remington instead of laser sight. And really, with shotguns, you have to learn to control your engagements just like you would a sniper rifle, and learn to control your engagements and know the limitation of the weapon. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. They come away with a solid win there, 75 and 41. Make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe if you did enjoy, and I will see you guys next time. Welcome to the end of the video. If you've made it this far, maybe I deserve your like. You can go ahead and click subscribe up in the top right hand corner to see more content like this from me. I put out Coachohaple every Thursday, so you can always come back for more. And on the left side of your screen, you're going to see a Skywars video, which is where I'm playing a Minecraft minigame called Skywars on woodycraft.net, and just having some fun with that. And on the right is going to be an announcement about Ice Gaming. We're opening up another division to our clan, and maybe that'll interest some of you guys who are younger or whatever. Anyways, take it easy.